Hello and welcome to another of our series and the cybersecurity series training course. This one is about firewall protection. It's a short video, part of Module 3 cybersecurity training course by Debonair Training. Part of the qualification includes ISO 27001 and ISO 27002, very important international standards. So let's get started, okay? So today, table of contents, we're going to cover the concept, the role, the demo problem, the solving steps, reference, summary, and then thank you. Okay, so let's get started. So the concept, a security system that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. It acts as a barrier between your internal network device and the outside world, the internet. So just like it says in layman's terms, is essentially a fence. It's a ring fence around your security system that separates the outside from your inside. So it's like you have your house, you have your property, then you have your barbed wire around your fence, and then you have your gate, and essentially it is gatekeeping what goes in and what goes out of your system. So it's essentially gatekeeping it. So it says, do you know and control the gatekeeper of your device system? So essentially, this is the research question. Do you know and do you control as the gatekeeper of your device system? Okay, so yeah, we've already gone through this. So as you can see in this image here, you've got your computer system, which are indicated with the three screens here, and then you've got a firewall, which is just like I mentioned, a fence, and then you've got on the right side, you've got a network of computers. This network of computers is the internet. So this is WAN, which stands for WAN, which stands for Wide Area Network, and LAN indicates your local area network. So both of them, all of them is the internet. Okay. So this fence is essentially, as it says there, it monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic. So that's essentially what a firewall is. So as I've just explained, the filters traffic means blocks unauthorized access to your computer or network. It controls outgoing connections, preventing malicious software on your device from communicating with external servers without your permission. Okay, there are two types of firewall. You got hardware firewalls, which are dedicated devices that protect entire networks, mainly in offices. And you got software firewalls, which are programs running on individual computers like Windows Defender Firewall or Mac OS Firewall. Now, it is important as a beginner cybersecurity trainee to understand that your operating system likely has a built-in firewall already, and I will show you the firewall on this system, which is the basic one. But I have another firewall which I installed, commercially obtained one for corporate purposes, and it's essential to ensure that it's turned on. So your firewall must be on. It comes default, but most times it's not turned on by default. So you have to turn it on, and apart from that, you need to know how to control it. So that's one of the benefits of having this course. So it's your first line of defense against any unwanted network connections. So there's a demo problem question, which is Sarah is working from home on her computer laptop. She's been using a new unapproved file sharing application. She downloaded this from the internet to quickly share large video files with a client. Unbeknownst to Sarah, this application contains a hidden malicious component that, once installed, tries to regularly call home, which means connect to a remote server on the internet. Home is where they actually, whoever made this virus or file sharing device has programmed it to call back home. so that it can continue sending the information it wants. So to download more harmful software or potentially steal data in the background. So the purpose of it is to so that it can connect with his home, connect with the virus creator, so that it can download more software, more harmful software, and steal information in the background. Her company, though, has a robust IT security policy that includes ensuring all employee laptops have the operating system built-in software firewall, enabled and configured to block unauthorized outbound connections. So this is the important part of why we should all have cybersecurity training, because this ISO 27001, 27002 will equip you with the policies, with the document policies, templates of how to come up with a security document for your organization, or even for your home, if your family is big enough, so that you have a policy, and that way you can safeguard your family's information. So we say, what is the hidden malicious component in Sarah's unapproved file sharing application? What is it trying to do? The answer, it is trying to make unauthorized connections to a remote server to download more malware or send out sensitive data. This is an attempt, this is an example of an outbound connection attempt. So that's essentially the demo problem with the demo answer for you there. So the problem solving steps is, how would any companies enabled software firewall on Liam's laptop, for example, we're now using Liam instead of Sarah, help in this situation even before the antivirus detect the specific malware? I'll ask that again. How would the company's enabled software firewall on Liam's laptop help in this situation even before the antivirus might detect the specific malware? So the answer is, the firewall is configured to block unauthorized outbound connections. When the malicious company tries to call home to its remote server, the firewall would detect that it is an unapproved connection attempt from an application that is on its that isn't on its allowed list. It will then block this connection, preventing the malware from downloading further threats or exfiltrating data. It acts as a gatekeeper for network traffic. Now, if the company didn't have firewalls enabled or properly configured on the employee laptop, that what could be the consequence in this scenario is very obvious. If there were no firewalls in place, for the malicious company would succeed in making its connection and would just bombard Liam's laptop or Sarah's laptop, or the whole network with more of the malicious device, and destroy their system. It will just spread like wildfire on the network, in their own personal home network. So that means the father, the mother, the children's devices, phones, laptops, games will all be infected. So beyond the firewall, what other security best practices from Module 3 could have prevented or quickly identified this issue? So remember, this firewall short video is actually part of Module 3, which is one of 5 modules for the cybersecurity training course. Beyond firewall, what other basic security best practices from Module 3 could have prevented or quickly identified this issue? Now, I've got an answer here, but there are other ones too. So please comment down below in the comment section what your answers are, especially if it pertains to you, a situation which is different from what is stated here. It says, if the malicious company exploited a no vulnerability, then up-to-date software might have patched it. So therefore, it is very important to always update your software and restart your computer when it prompts you to restart your computer, because after software updates, that's what is necessary. You need to restart. Antivirus and anti-malware, this software should eventually detect and quarantine the malicious application. So that would have helped. Security awareness training, which is what this whole training course is about, that emphasizes the danger. Training emphasizes the danger of downloading unapproved software from the internet. If you're in the habit of just downloading anything from anyone, or because you trust someone, you have to use some software that can give you warning, and you need to know the warning signs so that you stop yourself from downloading software, because the person you're relying on or trust is an IT person. It could be fooled as well. Now you got the principle of least privilege, which is part of the training course, which says if Liam doesn't have administrative rights on his laptop, he might not have been able to install the unapproved software in the first place. So, who is the administrator of every company or every organization, including a home that is in a network, should have admin rights, should have privilege of who has control of the network system. That way, just like you will not give children a password for the family computer, because you know they'll be able to see what they are not meant to see because they're still children. So this is where the principle of least privilege comes in. Then a VPN, very, very important. Most firewalls come, or most internet security systems come with a VPN by default, which is it is a secure tunnel that protects your data by encrypting it as it travels across the internet. Note, most of the branded firewalls come with a VPN feature. So VPN encrypts your data, and you could be in Nigeria, for example, but because you live in America, it will still show like you're in America because you're using a VPN that is based in America. So yeah, that's an example. You can also have your VPN server in UK, and you will still have the same thing. So that's where VPN comes in. The whole idea is that you're in a network that will be data encrypted, so your information is protected, and you cannot be hackers cannot hack you that way. So for reference, these are the references. For more information, you can go to this website and get more information for further study. So in summary, a firewall is a critical tool needed to protect our local systems when interfacing with others on the internet, as shown with the real life demo problems and answers. So what I'm going to do is quickly. So yes, so the question, if you recall, in the beginning was, do you control, do you know about and do you control the gatekeeper of your device or system? And this is how you do so. So the Windows firewall, you get to it by going to your control panel, and once you get to your control panel, with your control panel, you mouse down there. Once you file explorer, you see the control panel there, right? So let's start from the beginning. You click there to open your file explorer. Then you go to control panel there, and once you open control panel, you now go into system security, and there you have it. Windows firewall is right there. So when you go into Windows firewall, you can now see from this interface, I do have another firewall. I mentioned that earlier. A Norton firewall, which is a commercially available firewall that's connected. So that controls my Windows Defender, which is the default firewall I'm using. So let's go into advanced settings to see what we got here. So this is where you control. So you have inbound rules and outbound rules. Remember, this is about gatekeeping, right? This is your import policy, export policy. So how you import files and how you export files, you can have policies for them. You can view or customize whatever you want. But the main thing you need to know about is you have your inbound rules and outbound rules. So if I click here, So you see, these are the rules. For each of the software, there are rules that come default that you can now tweak to your liking, to exactly what you want. So this is just like you having a security reception or receptionist who has to, in other words, people coming and leaving the building have to sign in and sign out. That's for signing in for inbound for all the software you have. Okay, um, so it's not just a free open door policy. You have to have a gatehouse essentially, and this is what the firewall does for you. And then outbound for going out, likewise you have it there. Okay, so your connection security rules are there too, and um, and then you have monitoring, which you can use to monitor what's going on exactly. So it says Windows Defender firewall is on. Inbound connection that do not match the rule are blocked, and outbound connections that do not match the rule are allowed. Okay, so there's a file maximum size of about 4 megabytes. So all of these things, log on sections, log successful connections, so everything that has to be rule, view certificate active, certificate security associations. So everything, this is the control point for Windows Firewall. But remember, you can see my security history, browser extensions. So this is where I scan my computer. I can scan all of it at once for a quick one, or I could do it. So I could do a full scan that takes a lot longer actually, and then give you a comprehensive report of what's in your system and what's not. Parental control also included. Now, it's important because it has to update itself every day, sometimes more than twice a day, depending on how often Norton update their database with virus definitions. Okay, so that's why viruses cannot break through because it's always on, always protected by 2 firewalls actually. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you about that. Now, going back to, you don't forget to we've come to the end now, but don't forget to subscribe. If you are just viewing this on YouTube, you're not already taking the training course, you can go to our website debonairtraining.com, or you can and then the LMS, which you just add LMS at the end of it, and you can log in there directly and register, and then you'll be enrolled once you fulfill requirements. Otherwise, just send me an email directly, info@debonairtraining.com. My name again is Greg Ekato, and do not forget to like this video, share it, and comment on it if you have any experience you want to share with us, or get more information, or have any particular questions. And then subscribe to the channel for more of the same, because security is the number one in everything really about life, including your digital life. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for your time, and see you in the next video.